Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pink Hoodie Podcast. I'm here today with my good friend, the very funny actor slash comedian, Avery Quinn. How you doing, Avery?
I'm good, man. All your fan must really be excited for this. I'm sorry, that
Yeah.
was a low joke. That was low hanging fruit. I apologize.
No, it's okay. How are you doing, man?
I'm good, dude. I'm good.
Yeah, we're actually recording this at your house. All the other ones have been in my basement, and your basement's a lot better than my basement.
I feel like the percentage of podcasts not recorded in a basement is like 0.001.
Yeah.
It's like Joe Rogan experience and then podcasts in basements.
Yeah. So you're like an actor now, an actor.
I mean, I guess not. I don't, my status as an actor hasn't really like jumped up. I still do a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah.
I've had bigger opportunities as an actor that I've completely failed on.
But you got booked on something for Oxygen.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that,
Oh,
but
you're
yeah,
not.
yeah.
I can take it out if you want.
That's doesn't matter. Just take. You got booked on something for.
Just bleep
We can't say that. Oh my god. Yeah,
for
dude.
Pornhub. You're right.
Oh, contact problem. Okay. Have you read do you wear contacts?
No, I wear glasses.
Ah.
I wore glasses when I walked in here because I was assuming like one of your parents were gonna be here, and I wanted them to think that I wasn't like a delinquent.
You wanted to look
So
official, so you wore a pink hoodie, sweatpants, and glasses.
These are kind of like sweatpants.
They look
yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
So from the neck down, you looked like a delinquent, but then they're like, well, he does look smart.
Yeah. I definitely don't look smart.
Well, the fact that you have your hood on your pink hoodie inside.
It's like chilly in here a little.
All right.
It's like a comfort. People like say like I'm autistic because I just wear this my entire life, just like the
You do
same
look like a
outfit.
Nickelodeon character.
Yeah, I
Like
like
overly tall pink hoodie every single time. It looks like it'd be really easy to animate.
Yeah, I like I guess like like how like Bart Simpson always wears like his like orange shirt and like the blue pants.
Yeah.
I kind of want to be like that. Like he's just wearing the same thing every time, like recognizable. I don't know, cause like there's like so many like tall, skinny white guys who do comedy, and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to differentiate myself unless I wear a neon feminine color hoodie.
Yeah, that's what I said about the yo-yo, and that lasted about like 3. I'm like, this is gonna set me apart, and then everyone's like, every single person like, dude, you gotta stop the yo-yo.
Yeah, used to do tricks on stage
Yeah, I did.
briefly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I was like, this is what it's gonna be. Not better jokes. It's gonna be the yo-yo. That's what the industry's gonna see. That's what they're gonna like. They're like, this guy.
the next Bo Burnham with a yo-yo.
Yeah, it's just prop comic. It's like not better writing, all that. It's just the fact that I have something slightly different.
Yeah,
I mean, I think the only demographic though that's more represented than skinny, tall white guys is short, really fat guys.
Yeah.
Dude, fat guys in comedy, it's like flies to honey, man.
yeah. Or fat people to honey.
Or yeah, dude. I mean, that's when I started, when I was like uber fat.
Yeah, when I met you, you were definitely larger than you were now, but you definitely slimmed down like a lot.
Yeah.
Happy for you, man.
Thanks. That is a thing. That's like half of my set is me talking about jokes where I've lost weight and then I've gained half of it back.
Yeah. Do you remember when you know Adele, right?
Yeah, the singer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when she was like bigger and then she like lost all that weight and people were like mad at her?
Yeah.
That's like so ridiculous to me. You know?
Yeah.
It's like I'm all for like body positivity or whatever.
It is funny that people are like, she's gonna live past 65 now?
Yeah.
That bitch. Like,
Yeah. I remember I was watching like Joe Rogan and they were talking about like unrealistic like body standards for like women, and like apparently in like England they're like getting rid of like lingerie like ads where like the girl's like really skinny.
Yeah. It is funny Joe Rogan talking about unrealistic body. He's like a 5'3" bodybuilder.
Yeah.
It's like he's like a jack dwarf.
Yeah.
he's like these bodies are weird, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, your body's weird.
Yo, I feel like it's so much easier to be jacked if you're like skinny and or you're like short. If you're like 5'3" and you're a guy, I feel like it's way skinnier. I mean, way easier.
So one thing that bothered me, because when I was in high school, like I worked out like every day, like
Yeah.
pretty much like twice a day, a lot.
I saw your wrestling photos.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's prime right there. That's all county.
Yeah.
Woo! All county, hell yeah. But I peaked in high school is what I was trying to say. Now, but I hated the fact because I worked out every day and I never got abs. Like I wanted abs. That's all I wanted, pretty much.
Yeah.
But then I hate like skinny people. They have like default abs. Because
Do
all you have to do
you
is
want to
just
see my default abs? It's just I have like lines from like if I
dude, those are roll lines. I got those too.
I have like skinny roll lines.
Dude, every fat person. You know what? That's what I should do. I should take my stretch marks from when I was like 300 pounds and I'd be like, dude, check it out. They're abs. And they're like, dude, those are scars. But yeah, people like guys would be like, yo, check it out. And they're like default abs. And it's like, it just basically looked like a wallpaper of ab. And I'm like, dude, that's not fair. That's just because you got like starving kid body.
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that like a lot of like bigger girls like skinnier guys. That's what I've noticed.
I've noticed that a lot of skinny girls like skinnier guys too.
Really?
Yeah, I was pretty large and most people weren't a big fan of it, you know.
I remember one time I was in like 8th grade and I had this crush on this girl named Katie. I won't say her last name. She's Mormon.
So wait, so you're telling me anyone who was in 8th grade, I'm pretty sure they'd be able to narrow that down pretty hard if they took an 8th grade class. Be like, oh, Katie the Mormon, easy.
And I remember she like gave me a hug and she was like, "Ugh, I can feel your bones."
And then you're like, you can feel
my
one bone. What's up?
My like dick like went inside my body when she said that. I was like, ugh. And then I started working out for like a year. Then I was like, no, it's not. I'll just be skinny forever.
I'll just be skinny, dude. Well, I feel like skinny as like, if you're just skinny, I feel like that's a little bit easier of a thing to deal with.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But also at the same time, like if you're skinny and you're working out, like running is like how I try to temper like the weight of like, you know, I try to run a lot of days and stuff. But if you're skinny, like you gotta like go to a gym. Like it's not like running's not gonna be the thing that helps you. You have to like go to a gym and like lift weights like a lot to not be skinny if you're just naturally skinny.
Yeah, I remember like I took a weight training class in high school, and it was like not very fun. And I thought it would like bulk me up, and I gained like 0% muscle like in that class.
Dude, jacked Tyler. That's
Imagine,
a disturbing thought.
Yeah, like me thinking of myself like ripped. I'm not attracted to that guy.
Yeah. You just walk on stage like, all right, yo, so I know I look like I'm gay. Just like, I know I look like a bisexual Pete Davidson. I'm like, dude, you look like a bisexual Undertaker now. Did you ever have like a rough nickname?
A rough nickname? I was called. No, it's not rough at all. But people call me Tyler Yogurt.
Dude, that is.
It's like the most G-rated like
it's
insult.
The easiest nickname ever to deal with.
And Slenderman when I got older.
Guyler Weigert. That'd be a good one.
I don't think I've heard that one.
Because you like guys. The worst one, the one that was rough for me was I had Ovary Quinn.
Oh.
When I was in 7th grade health class. Like, we were going over the female reproductive system, and I raised my hand.
Fan.
I raised it. Nice.
Thanks.
Nice. I raised my hand because I wanted the teacher to go back a slide. And she goes, yes, Ovary. I mean Avery. And the whole class blew up. And I remember that was like the first time, like being, you know how you're not not allowed to be mad at older people, like adults, when you're like a little kid.
Yeah.
Like you have to be like respectful. Like I remember that was the first time where like I was like, I was just pissed off.
What'd you do?
At like because like people, like she tried to calm down the class like 3 times, but like there was nothing, like you weren't gonna stop it. And like after class she goes, Avery, I would just like to sincerely apologize. And I literally, like, I didn't even give her a second. I was like, do you understand what you just did to me? And like for the next 3 weeks it was Ovary Quinn, and I just that was a hard one.
Did she at least like bump up your grade?
No. No, she just ruined 4 weeks of like the hardest point of a kid's life, which is middle school.
I remember I took a film class, and like there was like so many like pretentious like guys with like really long hair, like, oh, this film, Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, it's about Vietnam or the Korean War or something.
Wait,
I was like,
this was in college, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I took a pretentious film class in college too, which
I
actually love the films in that.
Me too.
That'd be sick if like there was just one where it's just like the film teacher's like, all right, so today we're gonna watch Iron Man 2. Just like,
yo, Iron Man 2 is underrated, I think.
Yeah. As you can see here, the camera work is in fact sick. It's just like that was, as the critics would say, awesome. Just like Barstool Sports film class.
Are you saying Barstool?
Oh, Barstool Sports film class?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it would be funny, just like, all right, so we have the classic 1979 film Blow Up, the classic 1990 Italian-American film Big Night, Austin Powers Gold Member. Just like...
Yo, Beyonce in the early 2000s? Yeah.
Yeah, hot girls are hot.
There was
dude, Mini-Me in the early 2000s. Vern Troyer in the early 2000s.
Yo, Freddie Prinze Jr. in the early 2000s.
Dude, Freddie Prinze Jr. rules.
I like
Scooby Doo.
I like him.
just Titanic, The Artist, Scooby Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed.
Did you watch that new Scooby Doo, Scoob, or whatever that?
I did not. I wanted to really bad because I love like all Scooby Doo stuff.
Yeah.
And then I saw a bunch of reviews, and like my one friend saw it. He goes, "It's horrible."
Yeah.
I mean, it is a kids movie, so it's like tough. But I remember like, what was the first movie that you saw that you were like, because every movie kind of rules when you're young.
Yeah.
And then I remember, I think it was the Big Friendly Giant, the BFG, like the original one. I remember I like watched that. And I'm like, this sucks. I was like 7. I was like, this is a bad movie.
Was that an animated one?
Yeah.
Okay. I know Steven Spielberg made
the remake.
The remake. Okay. I never watched that. I remember when we read that in like 5th grade, they're like, what do you think the BFG means? I thought it meant the biography from God.
Whoa, dude, that's deep.
It was about the Bible. That's what I thought it was.
Oh, dude,
that's how so like religious I was when I was 10.
Dude, that must have been weird being in public school and you usually put up your hand like biography of God, and they're like, oh man, this kid.
No, it's about a fucking giant.
But he was like the smallest of the giants.
Yeah.
So he's like,
he's still pretty ginormous.
Yeah.
He's like bigger than the Hulk.
It's just like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah. He was great in Airplane.
Kareem? Yeah, he was.
That's a good movie.
It wasn't Kareem Abdul-Jabbar though. That was the navigator of this airplane. It's great. You get it?
I do, I get it.
That's a good joke.
From the movie.
That movie rules.
That is a good movie. They're just like tits for like come out of nowhere in that movie.
That's also why that movie rules. Just, as you can see here in this film, if you see from this scene, she's got rockin' tits. The filmography of it really shows.
Like and like the Barstool Sports.
Yeah, the thing. Barstool Sports film class.
They show like Casablanca and then Airplane.
Yeah. Now, if you'll see here from number 1 cheerleader camp, like the awesome, the film work. I don't know. You get it.
Yeah, I get it.
It's done. The bit's done. God, I overdid it.
No, you're good. Relax.
Or maybe it wasn't even that good to start with.
When did we talk about this in the first one? When did you start doing stand up?
I started in May. I started in May of my 21st birthday because I literally didn't think that you could do stand up unless you were before 21. Like I was just like,
which is like true.
It's like pretty true unless you're like a pest and you like keep bugging the people to be like, hey, let me on.
That's
and then
what I did.
And then they're like, oh God, fine, we'll put him up first and get him out of here. And then you make everyone else's life a lot more of a hassle when you do that.
Yeah.
But no, so I started in May. So like I think I turned 21 in 2018. Yeah. So I started in May of 2018.
How many like parts have you gotten booked for?
So in all, I think I've been in like over a dozen projects. A dozen projects. Yeah, like, no, probably.
Switch to like, wait, what accent is that? A dozen
projects.
You just turned to Sean Connery.
Yes.
I turned into I did a dozen James Bond films.
I've done dozen
R.I.P. Have you seen the the meme of Sean Connery talking to Barbara Walters about like slapping women? Have you seen that?
No. So I like to slap them.
Yeah,
I slap them.
He was like,
if you don't have an open fist.
Yeah. He was like, I obviously don't endorse slapping women, but like someone edited like the interview, like she's like, so you're saying it's okay if you slapped women? He's like, I didn't say it was okay, but some women just don't know when to stop or like put the argument down, and they want to have the last word, and it's like I give them the last word, and then like,
well, the problem, Barbara, was the food was cold. The food shouldn't be cold.
And then they like edited it. Like she like interrupts him, and then like they like add like a hand like slapping her, and like her head like falls off. But yeah, I don't endorse slapping women.
That's bad. That's wrong.
Barbara Walters is kind of annoying.
That's wrong. Barbara Walters. How? I mean, I guess, but like I don't interact like with media.
Barbara.
Yeah, I don't like see media or anything that she's in like enough for me to be like, oh God.
Yeah.
I see like the 20 most interesting people, and I'll watch like 3 of them. Like, oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever watch The View?
I don't watch The View. No.
Did you see when Norm Macdonald went on The View?
What? Yeah.
With the when he said like Down syndrome.
Yeah. On The View. Yeah.
He was on Howard Stern.
He was on Howard Stern, and then he was trying to explain himself on The View.
Yeah.
Which is funny to be like, Howard Stern, who's like a pretty open and forgiving guy, and be like,
yeah.
You know where I should explain myself? The View.
Yeah, like...
That'll really help my image.
Yeah, I don't know.
I really need a bunch of day moms in their 40s to forgive me.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them even knew. They must have been like, oh, that was that old SNL guy, not like the most successful comedian. Not successful, like one of the best.
Uh-huh.
Like his fans aren't watching The View. I think that's my thing with it.
I watched the comment section of that video on YouTube. Is like so funny of his interview on The View because it's all like Norm fans.
Oh yeah.
And he was like what I said about Down syndrome was ultimately unforgivable, and then he like pops like a mint like every time like he like apologizes, he like pops a mint, and like people were saying that he was like trolling them.
Well,
probably was.
Yeah, he's like, I feel like he's one of those guys that wouldn't be able to like let the joke go.
Yeah,
type thing, which is funny.
I do love Norm. He's so like miles ahead of like most comics, I'd say. So, you're 23, right?
Yeah, dude, 23.
Have you ever been in love, Avery?
Yes, Tyler, I have.
You have?
Yeah, I guess.
That's good.
I was in a relationship for like 3 years.
Did you say that you lived together? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, how was
and then
that?
Immediately, well, about a week and a half into living together, was pretty mutual that this was a horrible, horrible decision. So I
Yeah.
broke up with a girl about a week and a half after living with her.
Yeah.
And then we had to finish out the lease for a month because before we could like give it back. So that's a weird one to like walk by in the morning of just like
Yeah.
morning. Sorry, it didn't work out. Just like
Yeah.
you're just casually filling your car with more things every day.
Yeah. You're like, is this a potted plant mine or yours?
Everything was hers. that is the funny thing when you're moving out and you realize you're like, oh damn, besides the Spider-Man poster
And the 3 Batman
and
posters.
the 3 Batman posters, yeah, I think this is all yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've the longest relationship I've been in was like 5 months. Yeah.
The flame of love dies out quickly in some cases.
I guess so. You said you wanted to get married, right, eventually?
Yeah?
I can't like wait till like me and you have like wives or girlfriends so we can like have double dates.
Dude. Yeah, I don't know.
We can go to
I feel
adult
like
arcades. I feel like your wife might hate me.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm pretty sure my wife I hope would be somewhat like a normal girl, and you're like, this is Catherine, she's a 40-year-old Wiccan from New Jersey. Don't worry, hold on, before we eat she has to cast a spell.
She doesn't pray before meals, she casts spells.
It's just she actually only eats like the blood on carcasses of slaughtered lambs.
So now everyone knows what I'm into. 40-year-old Wiccans.
Well, it's just like, it is funny because you'll like we'll be like hanging out and you'll be like, yo, check this chick on Tinder, and it's like she's hot, but then she's like got like fake blood and like a demon star behind her, and I'm like, yeah, man, I guess. I mean, this is probably one of the few interactions while you're more likely to be murdered than her in like an online dating scenario.
Yeah. It's really fun like showing you like pictures of people that I might hang out with, and you're like, Jesus Christ.
You do, yeah. And then like you pick them, and like it'll say in their bio like, I'm not allowed in these 9 states anymore. Like it's.
Yo, I just finished watching that show, A Teacher, last night.
Okay.
Yeah, you've heard of it, right? It's
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
like, it was like so anticlimactic, honestly. So like this like teacher fucks her 17-year-old student in Texas, so it's like legal technically because of the
Nice.
age of consent, and then it like ruins both their lives.
Ruins his life too?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I feel like if I fucked Kate Mara, that wouldn't destroy my life.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, I know it's a hack joke, but like, you feel like that kid would be the man.
Yeah,
when
that's
you
what
went back to
that's
high
what they were
school.
talking. Like in the show, everyone's like, "You're the man." He's like, "No, I love her."
Oh, that's such like a show way to write that. And just
Yeah.
like, you don't understand. They're like holding pep rallies for a kid. He's like, no, you guys don't get it.
Yeah, and like they like have sex like 3 times, and then he says, "I love you," and then like the married teacher's like, "I love you too," and I was like, "This is not a real thing."
I don't know. If you look at headlines, it happens a little bit more than you think.
What, that a female teacher fucks a male student, they fall in love?
I mean, I guess it goes both ways, but yeah.
Yeah, they could not make that show if it was a guy.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah.
That show would be like 3 minutes long. It'd just be like,
To Catch a
just be
Predator.
like, I love you, and then it'd just show like a jail cell closing in on him.
Yeah, I've been thinking about like love a lot. I don't know why.
Probably because you're on like 9 dating sites.
That's true.
You're just like, yo, check out who I met on Life After Divorce. And I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure you have to be divorced too, but
Yeah. That's one of my fears. Like, I don't want to get divorced. Because, like, my dad was divorced. But he got married super young, though.
I mean, I feel like I feel like you can avoid that fear pretty well right now, considering you're not married.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of dating apps right now.
You're just a romantic, man. That's just what you are.
I'm just lonely.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is interesting how pretty much we'll leave any establishment, and the first thing is just be like, yeah, I think she was into me. Like, it's pretty.
Are you saying I say that?
Yeah, you do. Like, quite often. I was actually surprised when we got dinner last night and then I left. I was like, didn't you think and that girl was cute or whatever? You were like, no. And I was like, whoa. He's maturing. Just like.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely like to get married and have kids one day, but I definitely need to
maybe
relax.
Yeah, cut out the you're sitting with your wife, you're like, yo, check out this girl I met on Bumble.
Yo, Bumble's probably the best one, I think, out of all of them.
I never had it.
Cause like the girls will like message you first.
Yeah, I feel like that's not where I thrive though. Like I feel like I feel like I'm a comedian. I'm a comic, so I'm a little clever. I feel like that's better because I've got a pretty swipe leftable face.
No, you don't. Stop shitting on yourself.
Thanks, man.
You're a handsome man. That was pretty
Not
gay.
according to my 5 months on Tinder. I'm not. It's like, damn those things. I mean, I know it just they do ruin your self-esteem sometimes.
Like I remember
you have 5 matches. You're still at 5 matches.
Like it's you're like at 4 a.m. and you're like, oh, I'm sad, and then you swipe right on everyone, and no one does it. I've done that. It's happened to me a few times.
It's this is gonna sound really rough, but you ever get a notification where it's like, you got 1 new match, and then you go on Tinder and you go through a couple, and you're like, well, she's definitely the match, and then you swipe left and you're like, you missed a match, and I'm like, knew it.
Yeah,
you got it.
Yeah.
It wasn't the hot, successful business person.
Yeah.
I feel bad saying that. That's really bad. I'm not a vain person. I'm pretty.
What do you look for when you look for a partner? Let's turn into Tyler dating.
Yeah,
show.
this is Hi, I'm Avery. I'm 23. I'm single, and I'm ready to get back out there. What I would like in an ideal partner is someone who listens,
that's a good
has a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something bad, and I was like, nah. I don't know. I guess someone who's interested in me. Dude, this is weird. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to shut down your bits here, but
no, you're good.
This is
Here, I'll talk for a sec. I figured out that I definitely want a girl who's funny.
Yeah.
You know.
She needs to be deaf. Just something weird. Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily need a girl who's funny. I need a girl who it would be nice to have a girl that doesn't recognizes that when you're joking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want this is a good topic to get into.
Well, it's like so. I remember before I started.
I really want to tell the thing you told me last night, but I don't think I should say it.
Well, I'm trying to remember, but before I started stand-up comedy, when me and my ex would get into arguments, I would say something. She's like, you're not even funny, right? And I just that would before I started stand-up comedy, I'm like, I'm really funny. I'm the funniest to my friends and stuff. And then I feel like now after I started stand-up comedy, I'd just be like, yeah, you know what, you're true. Freaking Pottsville agrees with you. The insult would have to be like, you're not funny and you have no potential for growth. You're unoriginal. You're just like stand-up critiques. I'm like, wow, she's got good points.
Yeah.
It hurts.
That's definitely happened to me a few times when girls are like, you're not even funny.
It gets to you a little bit.
I remember I did this very, very liberal lady, and I'm liberal myself, but I would just say
how was your trip to DC, by the way?
Offensive thing. You're not the.
How was it?
Jared did the same joke.
Damn it! Really? God damn it, Jared.
Sorry. There's this This podcast I've had like 5 technical difficulties
That's fine.
because my laptop is dog shit.
I mean, it's not like I have stuff to do today.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about. I think we were just talking about dating a little. You were talking about how you were liberal and you have all the right ideas. Yeah. About how you just go along with what the corporate media tells you to go along with.
No, I'm
Okay.
like,
sorry.
I definitely, like, we were talking about this last night, but like, how like, I'm definitely not like a far like left liberal though.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely have, there's some like aspects where I'm definitely like conservative in like some things. Like I remember like I hate when like liberals try to like shut down like conservative viewpoints and just like silence them.
Mm-hmm.
You know? What?
Yeah, no, it's just it is just funny how you're
What?
in the same podcast we're like. Also, I hate the way that they're trying to shut down different viewpoints.
I mean,
it's sorry. I thought it was. I'm sorry.
no, you're
Continue.
good.
Continue, please.
Like if you like I'm definitely like more liberal, but like you can't like shut down the other side, whether or not like you agree with them or not, because it's just gonna push the ideas like underground, like you said, and like
Oh, yeah.
spread
Well, it's not
in like a negative way. Like I remember like Moshe Kasher said this thing. He's like, do you know him?
Yeah.
He was like, I'd rather you be able to say like your racist thing like out loud and like have you to be able to correct it like later, like have people like help you correct it, than have it like you just be like silent and you just stay racist and nothing ever change, you know?
Yeah, and
Because if you just like silence people, like it's just people aren't gonna change for the better.
well, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's that same type of thing, and you know, obviously there is a lot of speech that a majority of people consider to be bad and wrong, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
But then there are some more things that are kind of on the edge that some people think is wrong speech, and then other people think is fine, and then
Yeah.
you got to think if the shoe is put on the other foot and there's social pressure on something that you think might not be okay or is okay, like you obviously don't want that shut down.
Yeah.
So why should you shut down other people's speech?
Exactly.
Because like, especially if there's pressure from like a company or like a government or something like that.
Yeah.
And they say, we think these views are bad, and you agree with it, you go, hooray. But
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe there's one view that you like, you know what, I think that's fine. And then they go, we think this view is bad and you can't talk about it.
Yeah.
That's wrong. Because then the
I
shoe's on
agree.
the other foot. So you got to think about that. Like, you got to go evenly. Like, hey, these are the things I think, and I agree with that. But then you got to think, like, what if the other foot turns and then
Yeah.
there are laws or something put in place or like guidelines on a company, and then that thing switches, and then there are a bunch of new people who think against you and want to shut you down. It's just the same. It's whataboutism.
I think just censorship in general is like a bad idea.
Yeah.
You know?
Cool. Take you 4 years
I'm
at Millersville with a journalism degree to figure that one out.
No, I mean, I don't know.
I'm sorry. That was really mean. I really apologize for that.
I'm not the smartest knife in the drawer.
Yeah, no.
Sharpest.
No, I know that.
I even fucked up that analogy. It's the sharpest knife in the drawer, so the smartest.
I'm not the brightest fork in the cabinet. It's just like,
Sir, there's some food stains on me, but I still work. Stop playing footsie with me.
oh shit, sorry.
No, I liked it.
But yeah, I mean, so I just think
Yeah.
it's politics.
Yeah. Honestly, like,
It's not
here, let's get into this for a second. I'm not gonna like say anything crazy, but like
okay.
just like I just like hate people like just like shoving it like their political opinions like down your throat, like especially like on social media and stuff. And I was like thinking about writing like a bit like I hate like when like 20-year-old white girls just like post like super like woke shit trying to act all like perfect and stuff. Then I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't insult them because they're the only type of women that will have sex with me.
What?
Just like super liberal girls.
Yeah, no, I know. It's yeah.
Like, don't bite the pussy that feeds you.
That's funny. I like that. Yeah, dude. I don't talk about politics much in my stand-up.
Yeah, me neither.
Like that. Dude, Twitter sucks though. Twitter's pretty boring.
Yeah.
Although I do look on Twitter, I'm like, I pretty much go on Twitter. I look at Tim Dillon. I like all of Tim Dillon's tweets, and then I get off Twitter.
He's the gay guy with that's been on Rogan a lot. The comic.
Yeah.
He's really
dude,
funny.
he's hilarious.
Yeah,
he's really funny.
He's so funny.
He's the best.
Yeah. Thank you, Avery. Wait, what were you gonna say?
No, I'm good, man.
Okay. Do you feel good?
Yeah, dude. Oh, is this gonna be on? Is this gonna air before Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I can do that.
I mean, if you don't feel comfortable.
Yeah. I'll do this. I'll put this up probably as like the second.
All right.
Episode.
So, on Saturday, January 23rd at 8:00, I'm gonna be on a comedy show on the TCP network on Roku.
Word.
Yeah, dude. That's
I'm
fun.
excited for you.
I'm just plugging my TV projects. Not a big deal. Hey, look. I mean, sometimes when you're an actor and a comic, those worlds they're gonna converge at some point.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I actually have a show to talk about too.
oh shit! Really? Go for it.
I'm gonna be at Easton at the Greek
Meat Guys.
The Greek Meat Guys on February 5th, and this will come out the day before that. So if you're listening the day of, come out to Easton
with a boy in his fridge is Manny Santiago and
Joe Ferraro.
Wow TV's Jay Simpson.
And Joe Ferraro, I believe, is hosting.
Joe Ferraro, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy that I know other people's plugs. God.
I feel so cool plugging a thing.
Oh, plugging a thing feels so good.
Yeah.
You guys all know. Also, I feel like sometimes I try to be so supportive of my friends that I feel like a kiss ass. I'm like, oh, I listen to your podcast.
No, I don't think you're a kiss ass at all.
Oh, thanks.
If anything, I kiss your ass way more than you kiss my ass.
Well, that's because I'm a working road.
All right, that's a good place to end on. Thank you,
right,
Avery.
Oh, wait, this is my house. You
Yeah.
have to leave.